Hey everybody, what's good? I wish you a day full of loving kindness emanating from your innermost core identity, soul, solar plexus, nervous system, self love, so that you can share it with the people that you love. And I hope you don't enter the fantastic spaces created by other people aimed at co idealizing them or capture you in a malignant fantasy. So, I have a message today and I have a feeling today. And I don't talk about political. I don't want to make a political message, but I want to talk about politics. Also, of course, with psychological backgrounds, analysis, and whatnot. So liberation of a person can also mean having a broad view on things, not sway yourself. So, excuse me for 3 seconds. So, um, I have a feeling that there is a battle going on in the world of politics and society about polarization. So people want to get you polarized. Um, I used the buzzword and I used the buzzword echo chambers very often. So I observe a trend that many topics get abused in a political framework. So something is happening in the world, and instead of taking accountability and responsibility for that what is happening, the people who should be responsible gaslight uh, the public by asking, the public asks them, what is happening there? And they reply with, I want to know what's happening there, really. What is happening there? I don't understand it. So, and then there is a blame game where each wing, right and left wing, blame what's happening on the other side. So they politicize the topic instead of taking responsibility for it. So each one, there is, of course, again, the victim stance where the person that is responsibility or should be feels like a victim and preemptively accuses the people who will accuse them back of, this kind of blame game, blame shifting. And we have a strong echo chamber, one on the left side, blaming the right side, and we have the right side having a strong echo chamber blaming the left side. Both sides reinforce their opinion, and nobody is really listening to the other side. So we have a strong polarization, a splitting mechanism, all good, all bad, and so on. Let me make a small step out of this topic, but stay in the topic at the same time. What is a good journalist? A good journalist, in my opinion, what is good for democracy, to go even further back, in my opinion, it's diversity. Because the only thing that we can hold on, in my opinion, as I told you, is archetypes and nature, which is basically the same. Archetypes emanate from nature, and in nature, diversity is important to be able to adapt to any situation and create healthy competition instead of malignant competition. So, diversity is also important to maintain, a diverse gene pool, and a diverse gene pool can adapt to any situation. And therefore, we need the understanding that there is no wrong and right in a gene pool as well. So, a good journalist is able to get a broad view over a topic. So he listens into all echo chambers. He listens to many people who know what they're talking about, scientists. By the way, also in science, you can uh, fund a study in order to prove something, and then naturally the study will lean towards proving that what should be proved. So it's already influenced. It's like a little bit in quantum mechanics. Uh, when we look at Swedish politicians, the Swedish politicians seem to have understood something. When there is a topic arising, they go into their country, look for the best scientist that is specialized in this topic, and they let this scientist speak. In other countries, they go and let industrial scientists like pharma concern scientists speak about the topic. So these people are very biased because they are not independently funded people who have science itself in mind, bringing forth knowledge for humanity. They have in mind, we need to sell a product. So there is countries who use independent scientists, credible people, and there is countries who use biased, financially strongly biased people. Okay? So a good journalist is educating himself through all layers of society, science, listens to everything, but lets his mind not be swayed by anyone. A good journalist has an innate interest to create, to report about the news out of better if he has a own egoistic interest, which leads to diversity. Because if we have 20 journalists that all try their best to deliver news according to their best egoistic intent, we have a diverse news. But if we have journalists who are part of an echo chamber, who are financed and funded by a political party or side, they will naturally create a message that is leaning into that wing that funds them, of course. We also have a strong tendency, both in YouTube and in news, that they create only clickbait, both in the thumbnail, kids, dude, and in the titles. So we have only thumbnails, only great headlines, but when you then watch the video, it completely under delivers, and you see, okay, I just have been baited to click it. So all of this is strongly warping messages into polarized sides of, we reduce the fullness of probability, of possibility, the diverse fullness of all colors into a simplification of left, right, black, white, good, bad thinking. So we have a strong tendency at the moment to polarize people, and it's really hard to get your head out of this game that they play. So I just want to encourage you to maintain your own broad point of view. Be not only slow in anger, also slow in judgment if you have to judge it all. I also always suggest rather judge what people do, not what they say. And this requires a long observation of what people really do, and not even look at what they do. If you want to look even deeper, look at the outcome of that, what they do. Because there is different layers of deception. You can say A then do B, and the outcome is C. And the outcome has the most substantial information about what the true character and intention of a person is. So, that being said, spread love and kindness and don't enter the wrong fantastic space and fantasy. It might be polarizing, it might be designed to capture your mind, your personality, your ability to be independently and diverse and sovereign and individuated individual. Right, just a small message that I just wanted to put out there. Keep your head above the clouds, not in the clouds.